brand new season, same old West Ham. First game of the season against Man City. Yes, you probably wouldn't have expected anything else, but I had hoped that it wouldn't be a 5-0 demolition. I didn't really expect us to win. I didn't really expect us to get a draw, but I had hoped that we would score and not be completely and utterly battered. Let's start at the beginning. I was so happy with how we started. I was thinking, I don't think I've ever clapped so much at the London Stadium. But it just, I don't know, right, okay, positives, positive. Haller, or I don't know, how are we calling him? Is it Haller, Allah, Allaire? Seb looked absolutely fantastic. His hold-up play, his first touch, his control was absolutely incredible. And I was just thinking, wow, this is a different West Ham. We're looking really, really good. And we were playing Man City, and for the first sort of 20, 25 minutes, something like that, I would say that we were dominating, playing lovely football, but there was no end product. And if you're playing teams like Man City, you've got to have more than just playing nice football, because any slight chance they get, and they'll take it. When they scored the goal, Cresswell was poor. The heads just seemed to drop. No leadership. The heads seemed to drop. Probably miss a Noble type character in that situation, that you need to get everyone back up and, don't let your heads drop. And then from that moment, the second half, we didn't really show anything of what we did in those first 20 minutes in the first half. It was really disappointing. And I don't want to be really negative, because by no means am I thinking, oh, well, it's same old West Ham, and we're not going to have the season that we're all hoping we're going to have. But I think the concerns that we had about a central defensive midfielder still there. And I still think the whole Arthur Cresswell debate is going to come constantly. We're going to be discussing it this season. And I think there's a weakness there. Defensively, we were all over the place. Yes, we were creating things, but like I said, no end product. And yes, we were playing the champions, and they are fantastic. But I tell you what, they weren't on form today in comparison to what I'm sure they will be this season. So to be beaten 5-0 by a Man City side that definitely weren't playing their best, that's terrible. But you know what, this whole Twitter thing, and I think we probably discuss this every season. You get the people that go mental and kick off and say it's shocking and go into complete meltdown. And then you get the people that are really, really positive and go, it's Man City, what do we expect? I'm in the middle here, because I hate it when people go, it's Man City, what do we expect? But there will be teams that will take points from teams like Liverpool and Man City. Teams that probably aren't necessarily not as good as us and got such good players as us. But you can't have that mentality, and that's where I think we're going wrong. And I think there's something at the club there that we've kind of got that mentality, and I think anyone has a right to be annoyed when you lose 5-0 at home. Yes, it's Man City, and I'm sure they'll do it to other teams. But I think you're wrong to say that you can't get frustrated by that. I can accept us losing, but that second half display was massively disappointing, and we didn't really show anything in that second half. I mean, okay, there was double save from Ederson, but apart from that, it was really disappointing. So the other massive talking point from this game was VAR. Well, I was always, going back years ago, like, we need to bring something in, because at the end of the day you need to make the right decision. And it's cost us so many points in previous seasons. So I was all for bringing in video replays. I then started to doubt that last season with some of the decisions that you'd seen in the cup games and stuff. And I mean, the reason I doubted it, because I suddenly thought, God, we're not going to be able to celebrate. It's going to take all that away. If we score a goal, we're not going to all be nervous. And obviously, Man City's third goal that was disallowed. That was the most we celebrated. So you could say that VAR for us at that moment was great, and we celebrated like we scored a goal. Then you had the next check, and I actually thought that one was going to be offside and not the first one. Anyway, then the whole penalty, and like all these coming up on the screen, at one point it came up with red card check, and I'm thinking, what's going on here? No, it became laughable, and I feel like it's 5 minutes added on, but that was all VAR checks. There was no real injuries, no real stoppages apart from constant VAR checks. And yes, I'm all for it being correct and making the right decisions, but it is definitely having a little bit of a negative impact on the actual game as a whole. Yes, I hope that it will work in our favour and that we will get decisions that we wouldn't have previously, and it will, hopefully we all want it to be fair. But I mean, it was very interesting being there. I was unsure how it was going to work, and laughable it became. So in conclusion, we lost 5-0, terrible. It was Man City, so I didn't necessarily expect us to win. Did expect a slightly better performance, and the mentality wasn't quite right for me. But we go on to Brighton next. My concern is that they've just won, and I was thinking that they're one of my teams. In fact, all my teams to be relegated. I said Burnley, Sheffield United and Brighton. Burnley and Brighton have just gone and won, and Sheffield United just drew. I know it's too early. No one knows what's going to happen, but the Brighton result is a little bit of a worry because they've beaten Watford, and I thought, oh yeah, well, we're going to do really well when we play Brighton next Saturday. Let's hope we do, and let's not panic. No meltdowns. First game of the season. Anything can happen from here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment, and follow me on Twitter @Flump9. Come on, you irons.